1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, others. Welcome back to the Nipa TV show. I'm your host, Nipa TV. That's me. We're going to commentate on Age of Empires 4. And it's going to be a game with my buddies Spez and Ashling versus octavianbishop and ZenHarpy. It's a 2v2 on the map Confluence. Good thing I wrote that down. And yeah, let me refresh my monitor here. Luckily I can still see on my Streamlabs here. But yeah, so the map is Confluence. It's a 2v2, and this should be a fun game. I'm not sure how the game's gonna play out. I do know the results, but I'm not gonna tell you. Nope. You gotta watch and see. Anyways, no, the map is yeah, like I said, Confluence. What are the races? That's right, French. So let's go to Ashling and Spez. So I think, yes, so Ashling plays the French. He typically likes to go cavalry because he likes their mobility and the fact that he could do a lot of damage. But mobility's the main reason, for sure. Then we have Spez as the English, which are known for their knights, I believe. Could be wrong on that one. But anyways, yeah, it should be a fun game. So let's take a look at the map so far. Actually, I think there's a way to reveal everything. There we go. We could see everything. So we could see the map. So as we can see, Confluence, it's a river map. So there's only a couple choke points that you could go across to cross. I think this one is one. I think this is the other one. There might be one in the center here, too. Other than that, I don't think so. But based on that information, it's safe to assume that people will wall off here. Whichever team does that is depends on which team does that. Obviously. So, yeah. We'll see. We got some sheep being gathered for Spez. Trying to get that food rocking, and interestingly enough, he is going for gold, or not gold, he's going for wood first instead of the gold, which is interesting because I think he needs to level up. In order to level up, he needs gold, so he probably should have initially used that initial wood to grab a gold source. And Ashling's actually going for stone first, as well as wood. So, there you go. I personally just go food, gold, and then wood, and then wait for stone for a little bit, because obviously you want to get that second TC. Let's go take a look at the other players. octavianbishop, lots of production for villagers. He also went wood, and he did go gold, so he is mining quite a bit on gold, actually 5 on gold. So he will definitely be ready to age up for sure. We have ZenHarpy as the Mongols. There's some kind of attack. I think it's just, yeah, scouts looking at each other. And the Mongols have those light cavalry that are ranged, so that he will be able to outkite Spez here. And a maneuver arrow. So fire a single arrow that increases the movement speed of nearby units by 0.5 tiles for 5 seconds. So, a little bit of a speed boost for the Mongols, which is pretty cool. And Spez in a little bit of trouble. Actually, see ZenHarpy moving in with some horsemen. Where did those come from? Are those being built? Hey, it's okay, buddy. Sorry, my kitties are. They wanna play, and I will play with them eventually. Sounded kind of weird. I'm sorry. I meant, you know, with their toys. That also sounded weird. I'm sorry. Okay, it doesn't help. Okay. Spez is under attack, and Spez is actually pulling back some of his villagers, I believe. No, he's ringing the bell. So the cavalry, the early cavalry is certainly throwing him off. And we'll see how he defends versus that. We have a school of cavalry being made from Ashling at this point. And he, I think that, yeah, that's his landmark. So he is aging up right now. And so is Sir Spez. He is building his structure, the council hall, for age 2. But ZenHarpy is going around, going to try to do some more damage. And we'll see how he defends. Certainly an extremely annoying position for Spez. So under the circumstances, it seems like he is doing pretty well. He is going to lose some gold. He's moving all of his workers. Trying to make sure that they're safe. I'm going to see what he can afford an outpost. I think in this situation, building an outpost as fast as possible in like a strategic location so he can put his villagers inside, because these villagers do quite a bit of damage with their arrows. He did garrison some villagers, I believe, but he is defending quite well. So no, I mean, this is definitely a good defense, and I'm not knocking him for it. But actually, there was a counterattack from Ashling, sending some scouts over. He's doing some damage. That was a nice counter. Good job. More horsemen being sent over for. Hold on, I want to put on the music. Sorry, it's okay, baby. It's okay. I'll be right there. Sorry. All right. There we go. We get some music going. Makes this less boring. But it's not even that boring because we're already in the action. Crazy. So nothing be built on gold. So this is definitely going to significantly set back Spez for a while. But the counter from Ashling is quite vital in this situation. Hey, Tiger. So new age begins. Whose age was that? I think that was... Yeah, that was Ashling. And now Spez. And... Yeah, come on up. Come on up, Tiger. Yeah, so... There you go. So we have some more cavalry being used against Spez at this time. But, he's doing a great job of thwarting it. He actually is a longbowman. That's what the English their specialty is. They're longbowmen. So lots of archers seems to be the way to go. Yep. And thwarting this attack, 3 longbowmen will do quite a bit of damage, and they have those place palings too. Enemy cavalry are stunned for 2.5 seconds, so if he lands that on this cavalry, he is in quite a good position. Let's see how Ashling's doing over here at his base. It's kind of weird to say his base because Ashling obviously is not obviously, but is a female character in a movie, a good movie called Secret of Kells, if you don't know. Yeah, lots of harass on the gold, so... But, Spez doing a great position, and he's sending an ZenHarpy's actually building an outpost, being even more aggressive. But, smartly, Spez is going to attack the villager there, and he does thwart that off. More cavalry are on the way at this time. So, yeah. Meanwhile, Octavian Bishop, he's just chilling, he's macroing. His partner is the only one that's actually attacking. More horsemen are going down, so these are a lot of resources that are being expunged for ZenHarpy. So considering that this attack is not quite working anymore, he is going to pull back, which I think is a smart decision on his part. And Spez will be able to macro up and catch up after that, because, I mean... It wasn't a lot of village. I mean, it was quite a bit of villager damage, but it was less mine resources, if that makes sense. Idle worker time because of the attack, which was kind of an indirect effectiveness, but not really because it was direct. Anyways, what am I talking about, right? So, anyways, yeah. These longbowmen are quite vital versus these cavalry attacks, and if he uses these place palings, that attack would have been even more destroyed, for sure. So interesting, the council hall is what makes the longbowman, which is pretty cool. And it looks like there's an upgrade to veteran longbowman. Hey baby, it's okay, I'll be there in a sec. They want me to, my kitties want me to play with them, like I said earlier, and I will, like I said. Anyways, yeah, so you already knew that. All right, so we got some royal knights from Ashling. So French, I'm not sure how strong their knights are, but knights are pretty strong in general, so in terms of cavalry. So we'll see how much damage they could do. We got a royal knight here. Do we see any attack at all from him? No, just a lot of defending at this time from these two, which is, I can't blame them. It's good to macro. Macroing is good. Let's see. So we actually have a nice worker count from Ashling at this time. More on wood than food, and I think that's because cavalry cost a lot of wood, if I'm not mistaken. Horsemen do. What about knights? Knights actually cost gold, not wood. Interesting. Okay. And then we look over at Spez, and he's doing actually a nice job of catching up on his worker count for his villagers, because he's got 8 on, he's got 8 on food, 12 on lumber, as you can see. And if he's going longbowmen, how much do they cost? 50 wood. So yeah, he's definitely going to need more wood than food, considering the ratio there. So there you go. Yeah. And interestingly enough, we don't... Okay, never mind, as I say. So there is actually a wall off here from Octavian at the one of the 2 chokes. This one, not so much, just outpost, which is, it still applies presence. Aisling moving in with his knights to see if he could do some damage, moving past the forces of ZenHarpy. And ZenHarpy looks like he's actually going to set up for another attack. He's actually just containing Spez at this time. So there you go. Capacity is reached. Supply blocking is no fun for sure. Let's take a look over at Aisling's base. See how he's doing. It looks like he's out of food, which he will probably tend to for sure. And this is actually quite a fortunate place for one of the sacred sites for Octavian Bishop, right at the choke where he's defending. So that gives him even more incentive to hold this position. But at the same time, Spez has one here that he could capture at some point of the game. And then there's also one on the other side of the river for ZenHarpy. So 2 of the sacred sites are under the control of the other team. And wow, lots of outposts, lots of damage. And wow, that is so weird to me to have horsemen garrison in an outpost. Can you imagine that visual? Just these big horses just hunched together like sardines in an outpost. They're like, yeah, they're neighing at each other. Large longbowman count, large spear count, or more longbowmen than spear count for Spez, and that'll be great versus these cavalry heavy armies. Octavian Bishop going a knight and a lot of archers as well. We have an attack here, and it's kind of hard to make an outpost when their villagers are dying. So that is Spez, punish Spez right now. Quite an awful position. And interestingly enough, we have Aisling going for fishing boats to get more food, which is actually good. And I think fish provide a lot of food, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of food source. Last time I remember. And the elk provide a lot too, if I'm not mistaken. So, anyways. So, that is good on him. Outpost does go down for Spez. Again, an extremely annoying position for Spez. If I was him, yes, good. Nice job, Spez. I dig that. So what he did was he moved his lumber camp in the back, because there is no way he's going to mine this or chomp down that. And let's actually see where else the gold is. He actually has some gold patches up here. He's got a gold patch up here, too. So he could shift his base back, and then I think he could make some outposts in the front here to just kind of, World War I this, to just thwart this little outpost push. Outpost push. I can't speak. Anyways, there's another attack here. Okay, so Aisling actually going in with the knights. It's good job pulling back there. He would have lost all of his knights with that entrenched position. Just a tough position. I think just being patient is the way to go for this game. Did he build a bridge or something? How did he get across? Is there is that a way to get across? Oh, right here. So here's the third one. So there are three places you could go to get across, which makes sense. To get to each of the islands. That makes sense. So, anyways, yeah. Spez still holding his position here. He'll probably lose that lumber in about 100 years, because those arrows are kind of tickling it at this point. And Spez actually aged up. This is good because he is trying to level up, trying to tech up, trying to macro as best he can under these circumstances. So doing a nice job. Excellent. Aisling is also macroing quite hard, and his worker count is getting high up there. 33 on gold, 26 on food, and that is high for each of these villagers, but you have to consider that he is going cavalry, so he has different resource values than, say, the HRE, which is what I'm going to reference to, because I play the HRE, and I usually get 40 on food because infantry love to eat. And horses don't. They like to eat wood for some reason. Strange world, AoE is. Spez, still doing good. Has a lot on lumber, not so much on food and gold. So he definitely needs to get that worker count up. He also needs a second TC like yesterday because he just needs more villagers. He's good in this position. They're not attacking. He is doing outpost pushing, but if he gets an outpost here and just thwarts these towers and then builds a second TC, and just starts villaging, getting way more villagers, getting that economy going, getting more units. Because I think he's got one military building. No, he's got a siege workshop too. So yeah, but I understand the pressure he's under for sure. Spez, chilling with this little fishing gang. He's got a fishing company. He's putting some shares into the stock. He's chilling, man. He is chilling over here. First world Spez over here, or Ashling. And is this okay? I thought that was Ashling for some reason. Yeah, Octavian Bishop also is chilling. So for some reason, on the left side of the map is just all peaceful, and on the right side of the map is all chaos and destruction. It's crazy. Yeah. So basically, we got the Western world over here on the left, and then we have the Middle East on the right. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. All right. Lumber camp is going down. It has been 100 years. That's nice. And these villagers are idle, so ooh, gosh. Not good. Trebuchet is moving out. I do like the Trebuchet move. Try to take care of these outposts since you can't afford a bombard or even get it because it requires imp to do so. But there we go, clearing out the outpost with the trebuchets, but at the same time, ZenHarpy is going to go all the way around, and Spez has no idea, and here it comes, and that trebuchet is actually going to get focused down, and that is not a good position. We have more horsemen coming over here, so, oh man, we'll see what Spez does at this time. His trebuchet actually didn't die, which is awesome because he will need that for sure. These are empty, so so Spez definitely needs to split up the army here. Killing that one horseman for free is actually pretty good, especially when he was just chilling and he shot at it. Walls are definitely essential here for sure, if he can afford it. He's got a lot of wood, so he could definitely afford some wood walls. And some wood walls are better than no wood walls because it provides some presence, which is dope. So, yeah. But again, lots of pressure being done. But at the same time, Ashling moving in with some knights, killing some troops, it looks like. I think I missed it, unfortunately, because there's so much going on over here at the war-torn side of the map. But let's take a look here. I'm not going to miss this one. We have something of Ashling's just died. ZenHarpy has a lot of spearmen, so he's going to move out with those. Traders being sent over to the neutral merchant. So the gold count from Octavian Bishop is probably going way up. What's his resource count at, actually? He's actually looking good on resources, pretty balanced across the board, minus the stone, which you don't really need anyways, depending on your race. ZenHarpy, actually not doing that great with the resource count. He's actually in the same boat as Spez, I would say. Spez actually has more. So the economy for ZenHarpy is actually not so great, and I think it has something to do with the fact that he is doing so much aggression. Hey, baby. Doing so much aggression with these horsemen. So much energy is being focused here. And actually, Octavian Bishop's like, okay, I'm going to wall off here. And since I got the time and the resources, since I'm rolling in the dough, he's going to go wall off for his teammate there. Yep. All right. And this siege is pretty good. And the unit count for Spez is actually quite nice. He should definitely consider getting a second TC at some point, for sure. Can he even afford it? He absolutely can. And, yeah. Ashling looking great on resources, tons on villagers. Maybe even a little too much, I'd say. That's a lot. Those are a lot of villagers. But yeah, I think he could stop at this time. Yeah. How's the supply? How are the resources looking? So Ashling definitely in favor. He is the top dog in income in all 4 regards. It looks like consistently. And then actually Spez is in second, it looks like. Looking pretty strong across the board. So resources are looking good for our buddies Ashling and Spez at this time, which is nice. That is good. There's a fighting chance. For sure. All right. So there's that movement speed increase for the horsemen from ZenHarpy's moving in. Looks like Spez under attack. A little bit of an auto attack failure. No, those are just the spear. The trebuchet is being focused down. That trebuchet is probably going down for sure. But luckily, Spez could just build another one. Oh, supply blocked again. That is so unfortunate. But clears out the rest of the forces of ZenHarpy. So that's good. And there is a Stonewall Tower, and this is going to be a tough position to stop. And we actually have a Mangonel, which will do a decent amount of damage. And unfortunately, that wall off there is going to thwart that attack. Definitely, I would consider grabbing the Sacred Site to kind of apply some indirect pressure to the other team, so that forces them to move in. And we have a huge force from Ashling at this time. He's even bringing the boys into the mix and girls and others to soak up the damage. It looks like we have some cannon fodder villagers. I'm going to assume that's a misclick or he's trolling hardcore, and I dig it. He's got a lot of troops here. Oh, I see, because he's got a lot of villagers gathering wood. That makes sense. Okay. Well, I do like this reposition from Ashling, but it does leave him exposed here. So if he's going to do that, I probably would have recommended a wall off. Not that I'm an expert, but since I'm seeing it from a second perspective, it'd probably be good to get some wall off here, because he is probably going to get counterattacked with the booming economy of Octavian Bishop. Excuse me. All right. All right, we got lots of knights. Getting some rams. Nice. Getting some rams. Going to stop this wall. And I think they're going to push straight for the heart of ZenHarpy at this time. So there you go. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, how are we doing on age? We got age 3 for Spez. We have age 3 for Ashling. He's probably going to imp relatively soon. Everyone's actually at age 3. Oh, sorry. Octavian Bishop is imping because he's fat stacks. He's a fat cat for sure. No offense, guys. You're not fat. Anyways. All right. Yeah. So let's take a look over here. Guild Hall, lots of houses in a nice orderly fashion. I'm getting some Brood War vibes from this organization. Octavian Bishop. Damn. He is I like it. And here's that counterattack I was thinking of. There we go. I was like, yeah, that leaves him completely exposed. But we have a lot of troops from Ashling to thwart that attack from the left side. Unfortunately, detecting it is going to be a little bit of an issue until he is attacked, obviously. My buddy David actually taught me something pretty cool, which I'm sure a lot of people in AoE know, is that outposts provide a lot of vision. So they can act like vision wards in MOBA games. So what these two could do is could make some outposts out here on the outskirts, and then he could have detected that army a little bit quicker instead of losing his villagers now. At the time of attack. We do have a keep going down from Ashling too. So and he's building proxy. Dude, the balls from Ashling. I'm digging it. Lots of rams. We got 4 rams moving in. We got a Mangonel from Spez. And we'll see how much damage they could do. The rams are actually pulling back. Yes. So yeah, definitely attacking the stone tower is probably not the way to go. I think the gate is always a good item to attack on a wall because it has less HP than a wall. It has 3,000 while the wall has 3,500, which I just learned the other day. How's that attack going over at Ashling's base? Looks like it was thwarted, so it is nice. But again, outposts providing a surprisingly large amount of vision on the outside here would be paramount, even if they're lost, you know, because how much do they cost? Let's take a look at this attack. So there we go. Taking that tower, but those rams all died. So it definitely would have behooved them to attack the gate for sure, I think. But yeah, let's take a look. Outpost, only 100 wood. So 100 wood for vision instead of losing all villagers and potentially losing way more resources, I think is the way to go for sure. So outpost, outpost, outpost. Extremely important in my opinion. Which doesn't mean much, but that's okay. You're still here. All right, just kidding. All right, more rams moving in from Ashling. And he is going to go for the wall. And we have some outposts here. And Mangonel is doing a lot of damage. Trebuchet, interestingly, what is it focusing? Is it focusing the freaking keep? I am not sure. Ashling can age up at this time, I believe. Or Spez can. My mistake. And how are the resources going for Spez? Spez is actually, he doesn't have anybody on gold and nobody on stone. Lots on wood, not a lot on food. And he doesn't even have upgrades for his food. So this is slow for sure. He definitely needs to upgrade those resources. They break through the wall. Very nice. They're doing a lot of damage. They're going to try to do as much damage together with the forces they have. Is there a counterattack from Octavian Bishop? Doesn't look like it. We have some of Ashling's forces staying at home because they were rally pointed. Let's go back to the fight. We have everything being decimated at this time for ZenHarpy. Let's see how much damage they can do. The two brothers, will they defeat their enemy? We have some mangonels from Octavian Bishop because, again, fat stacks. Yeah. Got a, not so much as, doesn't really have a large army at this time, which is interesting. So this is definitely doable. We will see what happens. The large push. It looks like Sherman's push in the Civil War. You know, without the other things that came with that, you know. Yeah. All right, anyways, so let's take a look at Spez here. Yep. Building some stuff. Interestingly enough, the artifacts actually haven't been taken on the map yet. It's a lot of gold that could be utilized for the relics. So, and there are a lot of relics on this map. There's actually 3 on Ashling's side. I understand he is focusing on attacking and macroing. I get it. So it's all good. But definitely these relics are quite paramount at some point at the game, for sure. Yeah. Upgrade to veteran. Nice. So those are veteran bowmen. These guys are strong. Nice. So capture site is taken down here. Oh, is it being... Oh, it looks like... No, that's taken. Where's the other one? It's over here, right? Yeah, it's over here. So 2 of the sacred sites have been taken by the other team. And but there's still one that hasn't been taken on Spez's side. I definitely should consider taking that at some point for sure. Yeah. And, you know, they could move out. Spez and Ashling could definitely move out. They do not have really any troops. They have some siege. So they could have probably won at this time if they actually pushed. We actually see a pullback from Ashling. Is there an attack at his base? I don't think so. There is a move out though. Pretty substantial force from Octavian Bishop. He is actually going for the counterattack. So this, if there's any time to attack, it will be right freaking now. Try to base race as much as possible. A step redoubt. I don't know what that is. I guess it's obviously siege. I'm just not sure what it does. But the slow move out from Octavian Bishop is moving on over to Ashling's base. And he is quite exposed. He only has some veteran archers to try to defend that. Here is the attack from the 2 brothers. They're moving in. And we'll see how much damage they could do. Mangonel's in a good position. These units are clumped, so this is not a good position for the Mangonels. Oh, this is all... Oh! We have a conversion, it looks like, from the monk. Converted one of the... something. Anyways, we have a move out. We have Ashling moving in with his troops, try to take care of the siege in the back line. At the same time, Octavian Bishop's setting up for his counterattack at this time. Lots of damage being done to the Mongols. Mongols can move. That's what that is. Okay, so they're moving their base. Gotcha. So that's the tricky thing about the Mongols. They could just take off, just like Terran, basically. Here's that counterattack from Octavian Bishop. There is nothing to defend it, virtually nothing. Some troops for sure. I would definitely get some freaking outposts right now at the base to try to put some troops inside, fortify, maybe even a keep. Can he afford a keep? Let's see. Oh, he can't afford a keep. If he has a marker, he could definitely choose it to get that up. And then we have Aisling trying to destroy some stuff. Bombards or cannon, not bombards. Interesting. Lots of damage being done. Aisling moving in with the troops to try to see if he could do damage. In the meantime, we have the attack from Aisling and Spez moving on over, and there's a wall. They need to get through this wall. I don't think there's one ram, and it's quite low. Ooh, if they complete this wall, that is not looking so good for them. Yeah, Aisling's base is getting decimated at this time. Yeah, this isn't looking good. Let's see. How's Spez's worker count? Alright, let's see. Aisling's worker count's going down at this time. They're moving out. A lot of Royal Knights. Ooh, that is an expensive loss, but it doesn't really matter because Octavian's doing a lot of damage to Aisling at this time. So, and that wall is complete, so there's virtually no way of getting in without rams. There is the mangonel, which will do quite a bit of damage, so we'll see. Oh man, this isn't looking good. And I think this is a landmark, so if Aisling loses this, I think he gets eliminated from the game, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. There goes that landmark. If he loses more landmarks, then it'll force him to be eliminated from the game. So, yeah. Yep, he is eliminated at this time. So, Aisling can no longer move. It is just Spez, and that is probably game from these two, but quite a valiant effort. Unfortunate counterattack from Octavian on this side. I think it just came down to map control and resources and whatnot. So, but it was a good fight. It was actually pretty dang close, honestly, considering it's just one move and that was pretty much it. So, yeah, and I think that's it. I mean, Spez, he's got a trebuchet, which is nice. Maybe he could do some damage in the base here. But this counterattack truly ended it, unfortunately. For our two heroes, our two brothers. Lots of barracks being built at this time, so that's nice. There is a wall off here. We'll see what it can do. Yeah, you know, this wall off probably not optimal. Unless, I think he just made it. That would make sense. But other than that, if it's between your two bases, probably not necessary, honestly. So, anyways, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this episode of NeepaTV.